Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through another deck which has come out from the most recent expansion, which of course is Prismatic Evolutions. But of course, just before we do go into the video, if you do like this type of content, you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always hit that subscribe button and of course like this video. So today we're having a look at an old concept with a new card. So the theme of today is having a look at this card here, which is Regigigas. This came out in Prismatic Evolutions. It is a basic Pokemon with 160 HP, colorless as well, so it's quite splashable, and has its attack here, Jewel Breaker for 100 damage. However, if the active Pokemon, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Tera Pokemon, then this does 230 more damage. So that's a lot of damage. Knocks out pretty much most things that aren't Tera Pokemon. I can't really think of too many things that it doesn't knock out. I think there might be some 340s in the format. But certainly the 330s, we can hit those, so we get into range of those. So yeah, a really, really good card, and certainly one that will stick around for a long time, I'm sure. Especially as long as Tera Pokemon in the format, then this card will see play. But for the moment, how can we best utilize this card, or how can we best pair this card with other cards? Well, we're going to be looking at an old concept in Lugia VSTAR. So basically we have this card here, Lugia VSTAR. This is a VSTAR card which is due to be rotated very, very soon. So I certainly wouldn't advise building this or spending the money on building this deck if you haven't already got the cards. It's only going to be around for a little bit longer, so we'll certainly see play at things like EUIC. But yeah, this is Lugia VSTAR. It's a VSTAR Pokemon, which means it's effectively like a Stage 1 Pokemon. Its attack is somewhat relevant, Tempest Dive 220. Can discard a stadium card in play, so it can attack, so that's pretty decent. But it's its ability Summoning Star that we're using it for, its VSTAR power, so to say. So during your turn, you can put 2 colorless Pokemon from your discard pile that don't have rule boxes from your discard pile onto your bench. So that is why we are playing that. So of course you could get your Cinccino if you wanted, but the obvious target is of course Archeops for its Primal Turbo ability. So we do not attack with Archeops, although we could if we really wanted to. But yeah, once during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. So this is how we're going to power up our Regigigas here. So with 2 Archeops in play, we can use both of them basically to power up Jewel Breaker and hit those Tera Pokemon and knock them out. So in most Lugia builds, I would probably only play 1 Regigigas, but for the purpose of this video, because the theme is around Regigigas, because it's a new card from Prismatic Evolutions, we're playing 2. But yeah, so that's the idea of Regigigas. The other Pokemon, of course, is Cinccino for a special roll attack, which does 70 times the amount of special energy attached to this Pokemon. So of course, if you power that up, if you put loads of special energy on this card, then you can go 740, 2028, etc, etc. You can hit some pretty big numbers with Cinccino, which is why it's really, really good. The issue that I found with Cinccino in testing is that with 110 HP, it does get knocked out pretty easily. It's also in range to Dusknoir as well, so Dusknoir can knock it out for 100. They can place 13 damage counters on it and knock it out. However, on the other hand, and it's a Stage 1 as well, which means it's a little bit slower, but on the other hand, Regigigas stands at 160 HP, so Dusknoir cannot knock it out. So that is very good. And it's a basic Pokemon, which means that we can attack with it much, much quicker. So yeah, that is the idea of the deck. Other Pokemon that we include in our Lugia build, of course, Iron Hands. Iron Hands is very, very good, especially against decks like Lost Box, for example, or any deck that kind of relies on, well, most decks rely on Stage 2 Pokemon. You can just knock out basically, you can knock out the Hoot-Hoots, Noctowls, Charmanders, whatever they're setting up with, you can go with Iron Hands if you want to. We also have Ursaluna EX, so that's also pretty good. So just a solid attacker, especially late game. And we've also got here, we've got 1 Ogerpon EX. This is the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. It's a Tera Pokemon. So Torrential Pump is really good. I have used this in testing, and especially if they're trying to set up, you can try and knock out things on their bench. So that's pretty good, and also do 100 damage as well. What's also really good about this Ogerpon in particular is the energies go back into your deck. So what you can do is then just search them back out again with Archeops with Primal Turbo, so that's pretty good. Also has Sob as well, 20 damage, and also your opponent's active Pokemon cannot retreat. That's also pretty good. You can bring up things on their bench, like Pheasantiphies, for example, and can stall them there as well, so that's also pretty good. So yeah, and finally, Squawkabilly as well. The idea of this deck is to get Pokemon, or say Pokemon, your Archeops as quickly as possible into the discard pile, so by turn 2. You can use Summoning Star and get your Archeops out. That is the idea. So yeah, that's why we play Squawkabilly in there, so we can basically ditch our hands, get those Archeops out, and put them in your discard pile, and then get ready for turn 2 for Summoning Star. So that is pretty much the deck in terms of Pokemon. Let's have a look at the trainer line. Let's have a look at what we're looking at. Jacq is very good. It's not very played, but it's very good in this deck just to get out your Archeops. So we have that. We've also got for Capturing Aroma, so just to search out more Pokemon. We've also got in a Stadium card, we've got Mesagoza in there as well. Then we can also search out more Pokemon, that is the idea, get Archeops into hand. Once we've got our Archeops into hand, we do play for Professor's Research, just to kind of ditch them, get them into the discard pile, and of course for Ultra Ball as well. So pretty standard. But yeah, otherwise I think it's pretty straightforward, the trainer line. I mean, we've got 3 bosses in there, we've got 3 Iono in there, we've also got a Power Pad as well, just to put things back if we want to. So yeah, the rest is pretty much standard. Energy-wise, we're playing 16, all special energy. Our A-spec of choice is, of course, Legacy Energy, so we can power up things like our Ogerpon, so we can power up things like our Iron Hands if we want to. That's why I've got that. And then we've got just loads of basically special energies. We've got Jet Energy in there, we've got Gift Energy, Double Turbo Energy, Mist Energy, and V-Guard Energy. So they all do different things. Jet Energy is just really good. In terms of kind of like switching between your Pokemon, I think it's just a really good card in general. For that reason, we don't play switching cards, because we have Jet Energy. Double Turbo is really good as well, can also power up your Regigigas. Just keep in mind that if you do use it, if you put 2 of these on your Regigigas, that will minus the attack output by 40, which means you will not be in range of those 330, so just to keep that in mind. But yeah, really, really good deck. I really like Lugia, I think it's really solid. Regigigas makes it so much better, in my opinion. And but it can brick, that's the issue. If you don't get your Archeops out, then it is pretty much game by like turn 3 or 4. So it does really rely on having a very strong start. But that's the theory anyway. Let's go play a game with it and let's see how it plays out. Okay, let's go with heads. Why not? We definitely do want to be leading with... we want to go first. Just because we rely on evolution, so we definitely want to make sure that we are going first. If we can, if not, we can use support card next turn. That's also fine. Cool, so we lead with the Regigigas, so that's very good. I like that. If we can we can Mesagoza, if we can get a heads on that, then we can also search out something else as well. We can search out a Lugia, stick that on the bench for next turn. Although annoyingly, we have a lot of energy in hand, which I don't really want in hand. But let's see. What is that? Is that Hydreigon? Okay. Legacy. Okay. Mesagoza. Can we get a hit? No, we cannot. That's annoying. Alright, let's just stick that there. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Although Hydreigon is it's a Tera Pokémon, I believe. There's that Lost Box with Hydreigon. Okay. Well, there might be the other Hydreigon, maybe as well. That could also be another. The one that has the energy acceleration, I think. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. We'll find out. So, let's see if we, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll have to see how this plays out. I really, especially with like the Comphase and the Manaphy, really do want to be trying to preserve this legacy energy. Because we want to be trying to lead with Iron Hands, just to ensure we're getting those double knockouts, or say double knockouts, but 2 prized knockouts on those small basics. That is the idea. However, we shall see. We shall see what we can do. Power Pad. Ugh. Okay, yes. Mesagoza. Tails. Okay. Well, not much we can do about that. Stick that there. We have to push at this point. Don't really have an option. Okay. Nice. Flip some coins. Tails. Okay. Let's get ourselves out Lugia. It's fine. Capturing Aroma. Number 2. Okay, let's get ourselves out a... Well, I think Oh, Iron Hand's a prize anyway. Okay, that's fine. And Capturing Aroma number 3. Tails again. Okay, there's no Lumineon in there either. That's also... So we'll have to get then, I guess, another Minccino, I guess. 3. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Stick those on the bench. Do we have a jet? We do have a Jet Energy in hand. We can also yes, guys, use your cards here. We can also Jet Energy the Lugia, Jacq. Oh, they'd have to evolve it, unfortunately, with Jacq, right? But Jacq's predominantly just to get out the. We need Jacq predominantly to get our Archeops out. That's the reason why we play it. Let's see. Tails, man, is flipping a lot of tails in this game. A lot of tails, but let's see. So, yeah, I guess we have to, but again, we can't even use Summoning Star anyway, because even if we do get it, there's no Archeops in the discard pile, so it really doesn't make a difference. Pokestop, okay. Item cards, actually, you know what, Pokestop might be good, actually, because if we ditch the Archeops with Pokestop, that could also be a play. Cool, well, there's one Archeops. Cool, Summoning Star, yeah, alright, we can't, I'm just gonna have to... Don't want to deck them at this point just in case we okay, Nest Ball, alright, what do we just a double turbo there and a Mesagoza, okay. Just do that. Oh, we've got one in hand, right, okay, so let's you know what, let's go back, stick that, and I guess you're out. Jet Energy that. Take that on the active, right? And are they going to get the knockout next turn? That is the big question. Are they going to get a knockout next turn? I'm going to hope that they don't. Let's discard a. Let's just get rid of our Archeops, of course. There we go. Nice. Okay. Let's sincerely hope that they don't. Knock out this Lugia, because if they knock out the Lugia, then we're like 2 turns behind. If they do not, however, then we can evolve it, use Summoning Star, and because we have an Ultra Ball in hand, we can get rid of the other Archeops as well. Real shame on the Legacy Energy there, because we could have really utilised that. This deck certainly thrives off like hitting those 2 prizes. So we're waiting for those Hydreigons to come out. Let's see. If they just, yeah, I figured they might send a on that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Double turbo. Okay. Well, let's we win on Ultra Ball. Nest Ball we do not need. We have enough Pokemon on the bench for the moment. Let's get ourselves out a Cinccino. It's fine. We don't really need to hit big numbers right now. Let's do that. Do we Pokestop? We have 2 in this card anyway, so it's fine. I would really need at this point, I'm not too sure, but you know what? Just Summoning Star. Cool. 2 Archeops on the bench. Okay, that's good. You know what? I don't even think it's worth at this point. If we just get a Gardener Gift. And we'll stick a Mist Energy on there. That's fine. Okay, I don't really want to get rid of more energy, so that's why I'm not Pokestopping. I think then we just go with Tempest Dive. There we go. And yeah, we'll just got the saving card because we don't want them to have access to that. So 1, let's take that. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Actually, again, if we had the Legacy Energy, that could also have been a good play, because we could have tried to pick off the bench as much as we have. They do have Mana Fee in play as well anyway, so it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Cool, nice, Serendipity. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, those EXs, because that's where we really get the majority of our prizes from. So, waiting for them to play those Tera Pokémon. We do have a Regigigas with 2 energy on the bench, waiting to go. We just need 2 more, which we can quite easily get with Archeops. Let's see. We could, yeah, I mean, well, we could just lead with Lugia. I guess we can just lead with Lugia and just keep taking knockouts. So there goes the Hydreigon. How much HP is 330, right? Cool. That is very nicely ranged for our Regigigas. But we do not want to be putting that double turbo on Regigigas right now. Let's see if they bring that active. I believe that's not a knockout, right? Yes, it's only 200. Cool, that's fine. It's 200 damage, I think, so that's okay. Cool, okay. So this is where, in theory, they've just got, so they hit, yes, so 130. Is it across? Okay, whatever. Yes, there's a lot of damage. I forgot. Yeah, okay, that's the there's 130 to 2 before. Yeah, okay, that's why. Yeah, I remember. I should know. I played this deck. I reviewed this deck, but that's fine. That's fine. Not ideal, but fine. That's fine. Cool. Let's. Do we have any switching cards? We've got Jet Energy, but no. Okay. This is where Regigigas is going to put in some work for us, right? So let's get rid of. I don't know. Let's get rid of the Gift. We'll keep that. We don't need that, and Jet, we don't need this. Screw those. Regigigas active. Cool. Let's Primal Turbos, get some energy. We'll just take 1 because we have some energy in hand, so we'll put 1 onto Regigigas. That's good. Don't really want to. Iono, don't really want to get rid of more energy. Cool. Ursaluna might. Okay, Ursaluna might be clutch, I think. Bosses, Ursaluna, and get rid of that Serendipity. Lugia can also hit 220. That can also have a double turret, doesn't, and they can hit that. Yes, that's fine. Cool. Let's take Ursaluna on the bench. Why not? Nice. Okay, and then we'll just go for 330. Look at that, 330 damage, knockout, easy, easy. So cool. Don't want the Iron Hand right about now. Okay, Archeops Lumineon. Okay, all right, whatever. Whatever. And if they don't deal with that Regigigas, I mean, they need to deal with it. If they don't, then that's just going to knock out the next Tera Pokémon they put in play. So they really need an answer to that Regigigas. If not, yeah, I mean, we could also lead with Saloon 240. You can knock out the Serendipity as well. So even with the double turbo as well, that becomes 220. That's still in range for Serendipity. Can hit that. Yeah, don't know. Well, let's just see what happens. I guess. Yeah. But hand things played out a little bit differently. Iron Hands is definitely the way to go with this, which is, I believe, prized, and we were forced to use the Legacy Energy as well. So. We were forced to lead with Legacy Energy, but that's okay. That's okay. That, as you can see, that Regigigas has the Legacy on there. So switch card, that's fine. You know what? Even just knocking out a Comfey right now would be absolutely fine, because then it just puts us in 2 range for an EX knockout. So I believe we have. Do we have anything else in there? No, okay. So yeah. But yeah, this is what I was saying, like in the profile, is that a lot of these, so Cinccino has 110, gets hit by Dust Noir, and as you can see by this Hydreigon as well. So 130 seems to be like a number that we want to try and say avoid, I guess. And Regigigas just gets over that. It's 160. They can't knock it out with a Hydreigon or even Dust Noir, which is even more common. So yeah. So that's also worth noting as well. We have also, I think the issue here is the energy, but we also have in deck another Regigigas. I'm not sure if we'll power it up, but we also have optional outlets to that. So I think the play at the moment is becoming just knock out something and Pheasantipede, I think that's the play right about now. So we can stick the double turbo on the Ursaluna. So that's ready to go. Okay, nice. All right. So there's a Lugia there. All right. So cool. Okay, there's nothing there. So we'll stick the double turbo on the Ursaluna because that becomes 220. That's going to be knockout. 2 prizes to 2. So it's 1 energy short. And we have the option next turn as well. Bosses. How many? We've got Palpad in there, right? I'm sure we did ditch Palpad, but we also have in there as well. Bosses, okay, so knock that out, cool. They bring something else out, Ursaluna up, knock out Pheasantipede. I think that's the play. I think that's what we're going for. But we have also Archeops on the bench as well, we can also do something with that. So let's just go with 100. Knock out, we'll keep the bosses in hand. Bring up that Pheasantipede next turn. That puts us on 2 prizes. Nice, there's another double turbo if we need it. Cool, alright, I think that's the play. That's a play, and again, they're forced to, at this point, deal with that Regigigas, because if they do not, and they get the Hydreigon out, then that is going to, then we can just hit that, basically. We can just 330, knock out that. So they're forced to deal with this Regigigas, which means we can then go with Ursaluna and knock out that Pheasantipede. So from their side, they're really needing right now, they need an Iono. That would be probably the game changer right about now, I think, because if not, that bosses is it's going to do something. Lugia is actually okay as well, so that hits 330, it's going to be to 260, so that's fine. Everything on the bench is okay. So yeah, I think that as long as they don't. Cool. I don't know. Okay. Although we're drawing 2 cards, not 1. We could also draw bosses. Let's see, you could also get something for Lumineon. That would also search bosses. Or we just get bosses like that too. Easy. Cool, nice. Cool, alright, well they still haven't dealt with the... Cool, okay, only 110. They're still not dealt with the Regigigas here, so... Cool, right, so if we do this right, let's see, so we can retreat that, bring up Ursaluna. The question is, and I'm pretty sure there is, we need 1 energy from deck. You know what we can do? We've got 2 options, or 2 outs to Primal Turbo here, so let's Primal Turbo, make sure there's 1 energy in deck. There's 1 Jet energy in deck, okay, so that's fine. We can just click. We'll just take it. Take that on there. Cool. Let's retreat that. We'll get rid of the double turbo. We'll get rid of jet and go. Cool. Oh no, we don't. Wait. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, we don't. We just need. What are we doing? You tricked me. You put two more card images there. Wait. Two images. Wait. It's 4. 2, 3, 3. Wait. What? 2, 3. My god. Oh my lord. This game has been so intense. And I cannot count. Alright, cool. Let's just Primal Turbo. Let's just get this over with. So let's stick that on there. There we go. That should now be able to attack, right? Yes, that can attack for 220. Bosses up that Pheasantipede. Let's just go for the knockout. There we go. Whew. Okay. Oof, okay. Done. Cool, but yeah, Regigigas clutch, right? Good, there's Iron Hands. That would have been good with the Legacy Energy, but never mind. Regigigas was the MVP, I think. Yeah, even just without having really done much, they just need an answer to Regigigas, right? And that Regigigas, as you can see, was knocking out the Hydreigon for 330, so really, really good. Really good card. Do rate it. If you watched our top 10 cards from Prismatic Evolutions, you would have seen that Regigigas was pretty high on that list. And now you know why. So, but yeah, there you have it. There you go, guys. That was a Lugia V-Star with a new card, which of course is Regigigas. As I said, would not invest money into this deck, especially because it's going to be rotated out very, very soon. But Regigigas is here to stay. I'm sure it will see play in a lot of different decks. But yeah. Let me know what you think. You can still play this deck for EUIC if you want to, or just build it online and just play it for fun. But let me know what you guys think of the list. I'll leave the list in the description box below if you would like to. As mentioned before, I probably wouldn't play 2 Regigigas, I'd probably only play 1. But for testing, I put 2 in here just for the purpose of trying to use it, trying to get it out. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of the deck. And as always, if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon trading card game, then as always, hit that subscribe button and of course, like the video. That would be great. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.